All right, today we're jumping into the 2026 Honda HRV. Now, this is a crossover that isn't trying to win any races or be the flashiest car on the block. Nope. This thing is all about being a super practical, comfortable, and reliable partner for your everyday grind. So, the big question is it the right one for you? And honestly, this question right here gets to the absolute core of it. If you're nodding your head right now thinking, yeah, that's exactly what I need, a car that just works and makes life simpler, well, you're precisely the person Honda had in mind when they built this thing. So what's the deal here? Well, think of it this way. It's not a machine built for the track. It's more like a really good tool. It's designed for navigating city traffic, for hauling groceries and kids, and for being just easy to own. In a world jam-packed with crossovers, this is the one raising its hand and saying, hey, I'm the sensible one. Okay, here's our game plan. We've kind of defined what makes it sensible. Next, we're going to dig into the upgrades, the different trims, and what you really get for your money. Then it's all about that big trade-off between performance and efficiency. After that, we'll hop inside and check out the comfort factor, and finally, we'll pull it out together for the final verdict. So first things first, let's talk about what you actually get for your cash. And this, right here, is where I think Honda made some seriously smart moves for 2026. You know how base models can sometimes feel a little sparse? Yeah, they definitely address that. The journey starts at just a little over $27,000. That price tag puts the HRV right in the middle of a very, very competitive pack. And it's worth knowing you can add all-wheel drive to any of the models if you need that extra grip for a bit more. Okay, now this is a huge deal. Just look at this list. A big 9-inch touchscreen, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a wireless charging pad. This is the stuff you usually have to climb up the trim ladder or buy a pricey package to get. But for 2026, it's all standard on every single HRV. That's a massive value add right from the entry-level model. So this table lays out your options perfectly. You've got the LX base model, which is already really well equipped now. But, the real sweet spot seems to be that sport trim. For not a lot more money, you get things you'll actually use every day, like heated seats and remote start. Plus, it looks a little cooler. It feels like you're getting most of the good stuff from the top trim, which probably makes it the smartest buy for most people. Okay, so let's shift gears and talk about how this thing actually feels on the road, because this is where we get into the fundamental trade-off that really defines the HRV's personality. So, what's making it go? Under the hood, Honda keeps it incredibly simple. There's just one engine choice in the US, a 2.0-liter four-cylinder. The goal here isn't to pin you to your seat with raw power. Not at all. It's about providing a smooth, predictable, and efficient ride for your daily grind. And this right here is the core compromise, laid out plain and simple. What the HRV absolutely nails is a calm, easygoing ride, which is fantastic for commuting. The trade-off? Well, it's acceleration. It can feel sluggish, especially when you're trying to merge onto a busy highway. You just don't get that exciting, sporty feel. And when you really have to push it, the engine, it can get a little loud and let you know it's working hard. And if you need a hard number to quantify that relaxed feeling, here it is. 0 to 60 miles per hour takes 9.4 seconds. Yeah, that's slower than a lot of its rivals. And it really just confirms the mission here. This is a car built for cruising, not for racing. But that modest performance comes with a major payoff, and that's fuel economy. You're looking at 26 miles per gallon in the city and a very impressive 32 on the highway. Over the years, that's real money you're saving at the pump, which is a key part of that whole sensible equation. All right, let's step inside the cabin. This is where the HRV's whole focus on daily usability really comes to life. It's a design that's all about space, comfort, and just plain common sense. The first thing you'll probably notice inside is that it feels a whole lot like the new Honda Civic. And that's a great thing. If you've been in one, this will feel immediately familiar. You get that same clean, modern design, good quality materials, and a layout that's just incredibly intuitive. And it's really how all the little things work together that makes the difference. The seats are supportive, even on long drives. The controls are simple and easy to figure out. There are thoughtful storage spots everywhere. It's just designed to handle whatever your day throws at you, from groceries to gear. It just makes life easier. Okay, we've looked at the value. We've talked about the drive, and we've been inside the cabin. So let's bring it all home and answer the big question. Is the 2026 HRV the right crossover for you? Here's the bottom line. The HRV knows exactly what it is. It's not having an identity crisis. It's not trying to be a sports car. It is unapologetically a sensible vehicle, and it absolutely delivers on its promises of comfort, great standard tech, and that legendary Honda reliability. So if you're trying to decide, think about it like this. First, what matters more to you every single day? A buttery smooth ride or thrilling speed? Second, what does your normal commute look like? And third, how much do you really value having all that great tech baked in right from the start? Your answers will tell you pretty much everything you need to know. And that's really what it all boils down to. The 2026 Honda HRV makes a very clear offer. It trades thrilling performance for everyday practicality. The only question left is that the right trade for you?